I'm Anthony Wilroth, and this is Eyes on Como, where we put a spotlight on Columbia and Boone County, Missouri local government. And today, I want to show you a clip from this past Monday's City Council meeting. This is public comments from Laura Gutiérrez Pérez, formerly of the Citizens Police Review Board. It's very important to note, though, that at the point in time where she's giving these comments, she is still on the Citizens Police Review Board. These are very important comments that I think everybody in the community needs to see, and just a little bit of context going into it. Laura, she references SB 26, that's Missouri Senate Bill 26, also commonly referred to as the Police Officers' Bill of Rights. That was passed by Missouri State Legislature last year and adopted into ordinance by Columbia City Council last year in a 7-0 vote. It's something that I'm going to cover more in depth later on my channel, but it significantly hamstrung our Citizens Police Review Board and led to Laura making these comments. So here are her comments. Please watch.
Hi, I'm Laura Gutiérrez Pérez, Ward 2 member of the CPRB. I'm going to talk kind of fast, but I'm here because in the time that I have served in the CPRB, I have witnessed that the current ordinance does not give board members the power to be effective. Although community members worked so hard to create it, from what we've seen since the beginning, there have been members of the police department, the police union, and even sometimes city staff that have found loopholes to undermine the board. Earlier this year, I heard the majority of you state that we should consider a model change, but that we needed to do research. Well, reports were put together for you by community members who care deeply about reforming the CPRB, and we are still waiting. In November, during your work session, you were told that the CPRB works well during the appeals review process, which is not true. And I'm not even sure what appeals or what is considered working, because if having enough members sitting in a room to meet quorum is considered working, we are setting our bar low. We have no way of knowing for sure that our police department is doing its due diligence to process complaints, or that people are told about their right to appeal and that their appeals will make it to us, because we keep on being told that there is no data. And if a board member asks for information, we're often met with resistance. Last week, there was a training for CPRB members, but the training really won't change that SB 26 took any power left that the board had to hold CPD accountable. The training will not change that certain members of the police department and union continue to make every effort to undermine the CPRB and to keep data they have from the public, because they do have data. It doesn't change that our city continues to increase the police department without asking for an independent review of their data and policies. And it does not change that the CPRB is no longer independent from the entity it is supposed to review. And quite frankly, I don't know if it ever fully was. And so once again, I'm here asking you to consider a model change. We need a new ordinance because the current one is not working, and it is a huge disservice to our community. When City Council was guided to change city ordinance in favor of SB 26, the CPRB was stripped of the little power it had. However, you do have power to ask questions, to apply pressure, to support and adjust ordinance that ask for accountability and that center the rights of our residents. And with that, I would like to officially inform you of my resignation. We deserve better, and we will get better. But I will not sit on a board that has no power to do what its ordinance claims it can do. And by sitting on there, I feel like I'm being complicit and lying to the public. If you ever decide you're ready to create a civilian oversight process that is independent from CPD, that is community-centered and equitable, there are many of us who are ready to put in the work. And as James Baldwin asked once, how much time do you want for your progress? Because as those of us who have the power to make a change take our time, people's lives are affected. Thank you.
Thank you, Lara.
So I have a lot of feelings about that clip. I feel every bit of Laura's frustration about what went down with our Citizens Police Review Board, how they're completely hamstrung by Senate Bill 26, and I understand why she resigned from that board. I know Laura personally, and I very much respect her, and I understand completely why she resigned. I wish that she could still sit there, but as she said, it would be being dishonest to the public to sit on that board and pretend that it's effective or that it's even capable of doing what it's supposed to be doing under the current model. We'll be covering this way more in depth, as I said, not just the Citizen Police Review Board, but Missouri Senate Bill 26, how it came to be passed in Missouri, how it came to be adopted here in Columbia, which is interesting because our city council was advised that they legally had no other option than to adopt Senate Bill 26, thus the 7-0 vote against it. But not every municipality in Missouri was advised the same way. St. Louis and Kansas City have both challenged it. In fact, if you go back and look at the video I posted on this channel last week, where I got answers from First Ward Councilwoman Pat Fowler to all the questions from the candidates forum she had missed, one of the questions was about how she would respond to people that disagree with her, and she went into how she believes she has gotten votes wrong at certain points in time, and specifically pointed to that one, and that she believes the council was misled in saying that they had no other option than to vote yes on Senate Bill 26. So a lot more to get into on this, multiple videos. I will have one comprehensive video in the end about all of it, but we want to make sure we get it right. So we're going to take our time and get the story from every angle. And the next thing we're going to do is next week, I'll have an interview here on the channel with Laura Gutiérrez Pérez. There's much more that she has to say than what she could get out in 5 minutes there at public comments, and we're excited to give her the platform to share that, as well as just interview her a little bit about her activism and her background in general. So look out for that, and in the meantime, keep your eyes on Como.